It's incredible praise that from a true legend of this club. I mean, what are your thoughts? Do you see the similarities there, Jay?
100%. You listen, again, very fortunate to play alongside Stevie G, and Stephen was an unbelievable leader. He took the game by the scruff of the neck. He wanted to have full control. He wanted to take the set pieces. He wanted the penalties. He wanted to shoot from outside the box because he could. So he is incredibly like Stephen. I think that, like Tomo just mentioned, then he started to take on that nature where players are looking for him to get a grip of the game and do things. Spark by making a run, set the press. If Dom presses forward, we all follow. If Dom makes a tackle, or Dom presses and plays through the lines, and we all follow. And they're all looking for him to be the one that sets something off. And yeah, the resemblance for Steven Gerrard, obviously for Steven to say it, for me it is clear to see.
It's interesting Jay speaks there about the leadership side of his game as well, because we were chatting to Milos Kerkez a few weeks ago. Obviously he's seen that in the international setup because Dom is his captain with Hungary, but I think we've started to see that this season at club level as well, those leadership qualities come to the fore.
No, without a doubt, we've seen him growing. I said before, you have to challenge yourself, and it does. This boy's an international footballer. He's captain of his country. They look to him for leadership, and you're doing it. He's not captain here, but at times, as Jay just expressed, that people who are looking at what he does, like Jordan in a little bit, he set patterns in games and he challenged people. Come on, we're going this together. We push together. And that's what we're seeing in Dom. People are looking at him, and the people in this ground are looking at Dominik to be that leader in the side.
Yeah, Dom gets the first goal. You spoke about Dom running himself into the ground against Arsenal. Someone who also did that was Jeremie Frimpong, and he gets the second goal. Really nice goal this, and his first goal, of course, here at Anfield as well, and he really enjoyed it, Jay.
Yeah, it'll do him the world of good. He's in a decent little vein of form. We talked about him before, that playing on that right-hand side, being further up the field. He was a real threat. He can go outside, he can come inside. And I felt as the game went on, he started to get more of an influence. You could see that the manager shifted the back line a little bit. Robbo seemed to be a little bit deeper. Virgil went more central. Gomez went to the right, and that allowed Frimpong to go higher on the right-hand side. And you could see that he wanted him out to be the outlet. And once you get him 1v1, they're the moments that he thrives upon. This time he's managed to come inside, and he's caught his left foot, which we haven't seen very often, strike at the ball, but it's gone flying past the keeper into the roof of the net. And again, it'll do him the world of confidence going into these next games, now that he's going to be probably more than likely going to be our regular right back.
I honestly believe there's so much more to come from him. He's got to be better with his final ball, his crossing, and because he gets in such great positions. We seen Trent you just knew was going to deliver a good ball. Jeremy, you're looking and you're saying, come on, we need a little bit more quality from you, because the number of times he gets in that position, and I was quite surprised because he was an outlet. Although they were playing five at the back, the left back was actually tucking too far in, and the number of times they could have given me it early, and I allowed, because when you're that wide player, you need 10 yards to get a run, start running. Nobody's going to stop you. But a lot of the time we delayed it, and the left back went and closed him down. The number of times he got it and you went, wow. And I was saying to Jay, watching it again on the monitor, the fullback just gets unsettled and he's gone, and he's passed him to get it on his left foot. What a finish. Absolutely. Yeah, I think it's gone straight through the keeper.
Yeah, his pace, we spoke about it pre-match, but he's absolutely rapid as well, isn't it? You feel like the next few weeks, this is a really good opportunity now, because it feels like he's finally got some momentum after the injury issues he's had.
Yeah, I think it's momentum, but also rhythm. He's starting to find his way, he's starting to feel into the games, he's starting to understand, playing alongside different types of players at Liverpool, what the manager wants from him. I also think that he's unbelievable where he can stand up a defender. He can get the ball to his feet and stand there and make it jink. But if he knocks it 5 yards, that first 5 yards of pace, 10 yards of pace, I don't think there's going to be many people that are going to be able to keep up with him, and he's going to be a constant threat.
Do you think the players have still got to sort of realise how quick he is? And I know that sounds strange because we see how quick he is, but at times he gets to that byline and goes past. Nobody's reading it. Nobody's racing to the near post, getting across the near post. Everybody's still surprised. That's his pace, and you go, wow, because he is. I've not seen many from a standard start as quick as Jeremy.
I think there's some as well. Sorry, but I think there's some where, like, instead of giving it to his feet, could you just play it in front of him? You know, set him off, set him going. Because one, I say, if it's a foot race between him and the left back on most Premier League teams, there's not many that are going to be able to keep up with him. So put it in front of him, let him run onto it, and let him go, and you won't catch him.
Yeah, second goal for Jeremie Frimpong tonight. Just in terms of the third goal, obviously there's a long period where it's quite tense before Florian Wirtz pops up, and feels like we can all breathe a sigh of relief when that hits the back of the net, Phil.
And it's understanding maybe developing between Hugo and Flo, because when that ball comes in, Flo's already on his way. He's on it for that little flick, and it's worth taking a chance. When you've got not too many players forward, it might as well run ahead of them rather than wait for him to lay it back, because so many times we get ball played on the edge of the box and we're laying it back 3 or 4 yards for maybe somebody to have a shot. This was a great flick with his heel.
It's a back heel, yeah.
Plays it in, but his finish is still just so effortless. And he just sails it past the keeper. As I say, we've had the first 3 were worldies to beat Barnsley.
Yeah, and he had an opportunity just a few minutes before that as well, Florian Wirtz, which he probably will have felt that he could have done better with. So he will be pleased to get on the score sheet, Jay.
Yeah, Tom, I wasn't too happy with that one, was you?
No, I wasn't. I feel like you have to finish them. Yeah. It's one of those balls, and I think he was already celebrating. I can't remember. It was Dominik who crossed it. I think he was already celebrating with him, because he's took it with the outside of his foot. Yeah. It's very nonchalant, and I'm going like that. Just bury it.
He got one in the end. We'll let him off.
He's a world-class player. You know, the level that he is, the speed he plays the game, the control he has. You can see the manager. Did the manager think, 2-1, I need someone in there, because they're so compact. They went into a 5-4-1 block. I need someone in there that play the ball like on a perfect way through the eye of a needle. I need someone that can do that. But the combination between Hugo and Flo, just like Tomo mentioned, I think that the connection that they're building is really exciting to see. And, you can see that the partnership for the fourth as well going forward, it's something there. They seem to be getting that connection of that understanding of where the next one's going to be, and once they start building that, it's going to be exciting times.
He is a mesmerising footballer to watch, isn't he, Florian Wirtz? I mean, you're blessed to probably see more of him than most. I imagine in training some of it is quite magic.
Yeah, he's literally, if you understand football, you can see that he's a world-class player. He is unbelievable. He makes the game to the pace that he wants it to be. His weight of pass with both feet is extraordinary. I've never seen a weight of a pass like it. His ability to finish is there. We've seen it on the third goal tonight. He can control games with however he wants to do it. He just needs to get himself going. I think in the last couple of weeks we've started to see glimpses of Flo, that everyone was talking about, and obviously the price tag that came with him. Goals and assists he's going to be judged on, and they're starting to flow. They're starting to come now.
Well done.
Yeah, they're starting to come now, because the ability is there. That's obvious. It's now just on that consistent basis, because people are going to always question because of the price tag.
There's always been the glimpses, haven't there, right from the start? But it's the consistent glimpses that we're seeing now.
And listen, it's a different league. It's a more intense league. It's a more physical league. You go, is it to the Bundesliga? And it is. You don't get any rest. The top teams, him at Leverkusen, having such a great time in the league and beating all before them, and Bayern Munich, and maybe Dortmund, but then that's it. You can guarantee what results are going to be every weekend. Here it's not like that. Yeah. As we have witnessed all season, teams come, they pack the defence, and they're good defenders, and it's been difficult for them. You can't say any otherwise, but I think we all believe, and everybody in here understands what a footballer is within him.
Absolutely. I mean, I think the physical side of the Premier League sometimes surprises players when they come from abroad. Arne Slot was saying how he's almost been on a weight gain programme. You can see physically he looks stronger, doesn't he?
Yeah, I think his fitness levels look better as well. He seems to be able to now be that person that's pressing forward, running forward. He's lasting a lot longer in games. He's covering more distance. Like you say, the manager mentioned about bulking up, getting ready for that physicality at the Premier League. It's his first year. He's going to probably take time to bed into the new team, new players, new way of playing. He probably had a bit more of a free role at Bayer Leverkusen, where now he's come here and the manager wants him to play either left, down the middle, or a lot more structure, and also out of possession too. So he's got a lot to learn. He's still incredibly young. He's adapting And for me, yeah, it's exciting times ahead.
Yeah, he gets the third goal, and then Hugo Ekitiké gets the fourth, and obviously Flo returns the favour with he puts it on a plate for him for this one, doesn't he?
This is not easy also
it's
because
the understanding you're speaking about.
It is, and it's in there. His run is perfect. Seeing it on the monitor, he is just onside Flo, but he goes down and his touch is great, but it's the pace that he gives it for Hugo. If he delays it the slightest, the keeper can come and get it, but he just hits it that well. You have trust in your mate, because to hit it that sort of fierce that he's going to slide, because you know he's going to have to sort of slide to get the ball in the back of the net. I think it's, again, we were talking about the great understanding between the two of them. It wasn't as good as the first three, but it was certainly a good goal.
Yeah, it's his first appearance since New Year's Day, Hugo Ekitiké. Good to see him back. There's always that slight nerves with a hamstring, but he looked flying out there.
Yeah, he did. You know, we spoke about the Arsenal game as well. Did we miss that real someone as a number 9 of Hugo Ekitiké in the Arsenal game? Potentially, yes, we did. Unbelievable to have him back. Seeing him on the top line, he's been exciting since he's come in. He's really hit the ground running. He's scored a lot of goals for Liverpool, and he's an exciting player. You know, he gets you off your seat. Yeah. You're not too sure. You know, is he going to make his way through a line? Is he he can score all different ways. Tap-ins, lovely strikes of a ball with his right foot, and he can also head a goal in as well. So yeah, it's fantastic to have him back going into this busy period going forward now.
Overall, as Jay said, a lot of credit goes to Barnsley as well for their performance. Phil, they wanted a penalty. What was your take on that one?
Yeah, I looked at it again on the monitor. Maybe it's the contact with Dominik, who's behind him, and he's sort of, is he touching, but I think from what I could see, Dominik gets the final touch when the two of them. So. To me, he just gets his toe, but it's what happens before then. Are they looking at that? Listen, not getting penalties, we're quite used to that.
Yeah,
so you know,
no VAR at the moment. It doesn't come until the 5th round.
You know,
of the
it would have been
Cup,
really worried. I know they were sort of screaming for it, and I can sort of sympathise with them a little bit because
they were outraged. I think on the Barnsley dugout. To be fair, Joe, what was your thoughts on that one? Not that it matters.
No, do you know what? I think the referee has done unbelievably well to see how close it was. He has to be 100%. Correct in his decision that he's going to go with. Obviously, looking back at the monitor, that we were very lucky to see that obviously Dom got the ball first, but I can also understand why the Barnsley whole bench have ran off and gone towards the 4th official. So yeah, they'll look at that as a huge moment in the game. It's still at 2-1. And yeah, we'll look at that. I always tend to look at things of how I would feel if it was against us, and you would be fuming. You'd be saying the contact. You see sort of him trying to grapple with him from behind, and that contact's being made before he actually gets that touch on.